Hello, and well, I suppose it's that time, huh? Finally did a crap ton of grinding on these folks. So, first off, let's see. Let's fix their items a little bit. Really not doing terribly bad for this early, just at all, really. Basically, I'm gonna need 5 of those pumpkin things, but I'm not really gonna be able to access the secret shop until, well, not the fire crusts anyway, until a little bit down the line, but that's fine. So there we go. Yeah, kind of weirdly flirty, but whatever. So, now with her in hand, we go to here. Go to the shop, get the pumpkin shop. Now, what's actually new here? We get the candy set. I might give candy set to what's-his-face. Yeah, is that what I think it is? Alright, so 6,400. Got orbs, which are friggin' win anything ever. But, not necessarily, actually. So we get most of the candy set here. Basically, this passively, if you get the full candy set, it passively restores health. I think it's like 10% per turn or something. So, not hugely useful unless it's on Alphonse. But these might be really useful. So these prevent instant death. Almost nothing uses instant death, but these are basically an instant revive, if I recall. I never actually end up using them, but these are kind of the main reason that I wanted to unlock this thing for. Yeah, the recruits don't really change any. Actually, recruiting new people became a little bit of an issue lately. Because while we have some, we might end up having to get the rest on the go. Just because A, it's gotten really expensive, and B, well, kind of the whole they get special abilities thing, so pretty much it looks like around 8-ish, they end up, actually no, around 9-ish, they end up getting their missile ability. So, you know, we'll deal with that as it goes. But anyway, she can't use that thing anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and pop it on him, just so he has some castable thing. It's the wrong version, but, you know, it'll do. It's just an extra anyway. Actually, I should probably... Nope. Controls, come on now. Sorry, I'm completely confused on controls. I don't know why I'm executing everything here. No manual, there we go. There we go, and... there we go. First off, we gotta have Steve in the front. Looks about right. Yep. That's looking pretty solid. At any point, we can basically spend 2,200 bucks to make any fight easier. Still getting that weird graphical glitch thing while saving, whatever the hell that is. So you may notice a lot of their levels basically doubled since last time. That was kind of fun trying to get Deneb. I just had everybody pile in and fight the hell out of each other. They went ahead and did so. You know, you roughly see how it went. They're all still pretty squishy, like, let's see, what's a good difference here? Like, the difference between Devin and Vin here, 6 levels, but it's only like 30 health. I think Dummy is currently the strongest at 161. Damage-wise, we're looking at 77 with 186 agility. Yeah, 36. So basically their attack and agility go up, although the fist seems to not scale as much with that. Kind of weird, because it seems to always do about 40 to 60, unless it's Alphonse, then he's just like punching for hundreds. Which unfortunately led... Oh, crap, I think he got Warlord. Hold on. Where's the button? Berserk. Oh yeah, there we go. So, basically he gets extra crits now, which is just amazing. A few of them got Don Quixote because of that. Yeah, so Mosquito got Don Quixote, Devin got Don Quixote, so did Pidgey. Ooh, what is this? Buttons, there we go, what is this one? Focus hero, all the training in the world won't amount to much if you choke on stage. Nice. So yeah, she can't get crits now. Just because she got, I think it's like 20 levels in training. So, they're a fake. But yeah, so Potato is now ridiculous. A few of them got downgraded, but that's fine. Moving on. Next we have Ardea. Make this happen. I'm gonna leave it at 1.5. Alright, so I'm gonna try to recruit a couple new ones here, if we can. Probably gonna have the high levels go for the recruits. Get the low levels, get the kills. Thing is, even though they're over leveled, they're still fairly weak. Yeah, that's fine. Just like imagine they're flying in friggin' formation. Curious to read these stories that Vin came up with. That'd be something to see. Yeah, this fight should be practically nothing. If you're going in without any grinding or whatever else, it's a little bit more difficult. Like I said, grinding's basically free on this one because, well, it's KOL. It doesn't matter that much. Like, they'll get levels, they'll be faster, they'll hit harder, but ultimately, if they get ganged up on, if they wind up in a bad position, it's a lot like One Vision in that regard. They can die just as easily as anyone else. Just like that Formido fight, everybody was over-leveled. And let Mosquito get some swiftness here, why not? So that Formido fight, for example, they were pretty well over-leveled there, too. Didn't matter. Did not matter at all. They took, like, maybe one extra hit, maybe dealt slightly more damage, but it was not enough to save anyone. It's actually kind of funny, because, yeah, I've been going through a lot of different, I mean, I guess they're kind of sort of JRPGs, more or less. But I've been going through a lot of them lately. Specifically, I think I mentioned on one of these other ones that I've been going through Sudoken, or Uedoken, or friggin' Hadouken, I don't know. You know, that one. I've been going through the second one of that series. And, man, I have to say, the balancing on that one is really interesting. Like, I've been kind of going through and looking at all kinds of different design stuff lately since that's kind of come up a bit. And, yeah, its balancing is really interesting to me because, for one thing, nobody ever really changes equipment so much. They change their, like, okay, weapons, I should say. Like, if you haven't played it, the general setup for equipment and all that, they have head, body, and shield. And I think they have one miscellaneous slot, although I don't know what that's used for yet. And, that's like their main equipment, and then their weapon never changes. It just gets upgraded through the story. I've only seen one guy actually get a new weapon, just because he swapped out his old one. But yeah, and then they have 3 slots, which are kind of like old Tactics Ogre, more or less, in which it's either a consumable item, a like one-time use magic ability, or more equipment. So, like for most of them, I just stacked them all for miscellaneous armor, because then at the same time they have like this. It's kind of similar to Materia kind of system, in which you're going and like shoving runes onto people, which are again pretty much Materia more or less. Right, he doesn't have his bow anymore. That'll work fine. And so yeah, sometimes they can go in weapons, sometimes they go in different parts of the body and whatever else, and you just basically customize your characters that way. But what was interesting about it is that you're pretty much balancing dozens of characters swapping in and out at the same time. They somehow made the scaling to such a degree that if you just leave one of your low characters defending for like 1 or 2 fights, they'll fly up like 20 levels just to go and join up with everybody else. It's really well done. Honestly, I was not expecting much out of that one, and it's Been interesting. Alright, so... Carmen apparently can't do jack. How much do we need for this? Alright, whatever, just stand there. But yeah, it's funny because right off the bat I had gotten pretty salty about that one, because they started off with this really kind of generic sort of bromance kind of thing going on between the two, like, friend characters at the start of it. And, you know, like, every time this friggin' friend character would show up, it's like, no, you're doing something stupid again, please stop. You know, like, you friggin' get saved, and they're like, no, 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 I gotta save you from the people that saved you. And your only options are basically, hey, maybe not, but let's do it anyway, or, you know, yeah, definitely get me the hell out of here kind of thing. Right, these guys' punches are not holding up right now. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll deal. New recruits and all that. But yeah, no, friggin' spoilers if you haven't seen it and plan to go take a look at it, but, actually I think they spoil it on the back of the box, but he winds up not sticking around for the whole time, let's just say. And oh my friggin' goodness, like, as far as just drastic U-turns go, guy goes from, like, just generic, ultra generic, I gotta protect everything ever because honor reasons and whatever else, to flat out being a Game of Thrones character. It's nuts. It's really nuts. I've never seen such a hard U-turn that completely put me back onto that thing. Impressive, I gotta say. Like, I heard really good things, but I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Anyway, back onto other things. I was actually considering lately to start another one of these, you know, because I haven't started a friggin' million of them already. But going through FFTA 2 of All Strange Things. Actually, you know what? When you punch this one, Carmen can be potentially useful for just persuading them. Punch! Nice 93% miss, buddy. That sucked. That sucked. I need this friggin' bird lion gone. But yeah, so I've been considering to go through that one because yeah, I was playing through it yesterday, kind of sitting there during this Christmas party, looking through it all. And, man, there was a lot of cool design stuff I never noticed the first time through, and it would be just interesting to discuss all that. Yeah, that was useful. Could do that useful. Oh, right, I meant to have her use her missile. Good job, Dopus. Oh well. So yeah, was hoping to do that. I might do that. We'll see. Might not. Probably will. Yeah, why don't you just punch this one from here then? Like, okay, one example right off the bat there. You start off a new thing, and just the sheer amount of subtle kind of telling for everything that happens. Like you get into a fight, and immediately they're A, putting out that there's rules in a fight. It's like a few seconds in. B, pretty much telling you that, like, well, there's gonna be all this other cool stuff, just so you know. Like, just so you know, there's gonna be guns, there's gonna be hand cannons, and all this other stuff. It's there, you know, there's a little foreshadowing. We're not using it in this fight, but, you know, get your hype ready for all of that stuff. Then they pretty much explain away all the not dying and whatever else right off the bat and everything. Man, somebody did an amazing job with this. Basically, if you've never played it, the whole deal behind it is, you know, it's still, everyone's perfectly mortal and whatever else, but if anyone joins up with what is functionally like just going and getting a government-assigned group, more or less. Like, go get your permit, go get your judge, congratulations, you're a clan now, and just gained immortality. It's an interesting way that they do it. And so that's, you know, exactly how they end up doing it, and just right off the bat, it's like, well, you're either gonna get eaten by that chicken, or you join us and become invincible, so, you know, up to you. And they just explain it right there. Just, nobody dies for that exact reason. You know, a good way of doing it. It's a really cool setup. Just absolutely adore that thing. So, I might. We'll see. Chances of that are pretty decent. Alright, Steve. Go initiate some more people. Punch. Punch. Alright. Now, Carmen, do you care to be useful? Maybe get some more gang members here? It's gonna start to get really difficult to get these guys fist fight, by the way. I think I mentioned that earlier. There we go. That's one more team member. You guys are holding up better than I would have expected. Punch. You punch too. I think it's just Carmen that doesn't have fist fight right now. Alright, Beast, and stay over there. Need to have Mosquito do the punching instead, because that is way too hard of a punch. We'll see what happens with Sybil here. Hopefully she makes it. I don't know if it's an instant game over if she dies or not. Pretty much never happens. Alright, fantastic. Two more gang members. Yeah, no, she's about to off that guy. So no need to worry about it. Congratulations on your level. Or not. What is the level difference here anyway? 11? Yeah, they're scaling somewhat, but it's... honestly, it doesn't matter much. Like, even though it scales, you're more or less gonna have a fair fight no matter where you go. That's why it baffles me so much that they couldn't get it right for the base version of the remake. For the Deluxe remake, anyway. I hope they don't remake this. I really do. Like, maybe give it a re-release on some stuff, maybe redo the music or something, but please, please don't touch the balancing. It's so nice right now. Okay, well, she's either gonna off that guy, or we're gonna find out what happens if she dies here. Because I think that might be a game over. Hopefully not. I think it may automatically put you onto the B route. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how that would count for the run, really. Well, if anyone's writing comments on it, what do you think? For future reference, if there's like a friggin' auto game over from an NPC death. Does that count or not? I think that counts. Please end him. Thank you. Thank you for not trying to use one of the ones that can miss. You're getting, unfortunately, close to the edge, but... or the edge of their hitting range. I think that's like around here-ish. Oh well. Punch this guy in the back of his existence. Right, I'd like somebody to hit a 14 so that Carmen can get fist punch, or fist fight. Fist punch. Alright, what about Mosquito? You kinda suck. Do I have any level 7s left over? They don't have missile yet. Alright, what happens if we reduce this guy? We can do 16. Or somebody's got a magic missile or something that can put him down to 1. And we'll put him down to 6, but that won't be enough. Yeah, plus I want to leave that spot open. Maybe Fairies kiss this guy and give him a 20? Alright. Pidgey, why don't you go make out with this guy? I'll just assume Pidgey's the one that, that Steve was going and friggin' pimping off. Yeah, I can't say that was really beneficial, but it'll do. Alright. Let's hope this Chuckle Nugget doesn't get himself killed off before we can kill him off. Actually, one of them should survive, hopefully. Also, wow. Okay, Devin is almost dead. And that's courtesy of Don Quixote, I believe. That's gonna just cause him to get hit a whole bunch of extra. Your Gyptos. He gets punched into Gyptos. Whatever the hell that actually is. Nifty. So, this right here is why Lucht had a rock-throwing feature, by the way. No fistfight thing, but you could go and cherry-tap stuff very effectively. Please don't kill anyone. I'd like to have a fight without a casualty if that's possible. Yeah, they definitely nailed a sense of tension in this one. You're like, at every single hit, you're like, am I getting the text box? Is that going to be the end? I think Devin just barely survived that last one. Given how they're going and making out with him, her, a whole bunch. And this turns into like some weird hippie makeout party the moment everything goes wrong. Alright, yeah, Devin's almost dead. Alright, 6. Alright, here's the deal. Vin's gonna punch this thing. They're not gonna have points, so they're only gonna be able to... Cool, got a whip. Oh, man, I should maybe give Steve the whip. Oh well. Okay. Well, I think we want to get this guy made out. Probably have Pidgey do the punching. And then hopefully that should give fist fight. This is, by the way, the most ludicrously risky way to do this. Okay, no, Mosquito's doing the punching, Pidgey's doing the makeouts. Because Pidgey actually has makeouts. So this is the most unnecessarily risky possible way of doing this right now. Alright, please roll 12. Fantastic. Now we need you to hit exactly 15. Or 17, or something. Alright, 16, that's doable. 17. Yes! Okay. Herman, congratulations on your fist fight. Murder punch. And dead. Right. Why is she not allowed to get it? And if anyone would happen to know, that'd be fantastic. Because I thought that was like a training glitch thing, but she apparently can't get it. Beast is gonna go here, because he's the one that's gonna take the hit. We're gonna A. Okay, that's not good. What's your movement? Hang on. Okay. Punch him from his right. You should be fine. Everyone else is going to move up slightly while staying out of their range, and that should be that. Actually, you're fine to take a hit, too. There we go. Nice. I would like to know what the deal is with Carmen the Unfistable Wonder. Oh my goodness, guys, come on now. Don't need to make that party in the river. Oh man, it sounds like this one thing I was invited to once. That was basically a, more or less, like, Riverside hippie orgy. It's a long story, but it kind of, from what was described to me, it kind of sounds a little bit like this. Right. Either this thing dies, or one of my dudes do. What's this one do? Second turn? Alright. In that case, Alphonse is getting his second turn. I completely forgot about this. So in that case, we can break the hell out of this thing. Oh! You know what just occurred to me? Oh man, this is... I can do the Smile Toss combo and just go and friggin' have somebody shield punch, Margaret off the wall. Yes. That's gonna happen. Alright, something to look forward to if these guys actually don't survive that long. Ouch. And dead. And get a hell yes! Alright, I'm just gonna assume, like, recruited ones can't get fist fight for some reason. Alright, so, long story short of the plot right here, it's like, hey, I'm gonna be mysterious, check it out, I'm also, like, helping out with the Pope or whatever. So I'm like, hey, I know that religion, I'm part of that religion, why don't you feel like maybe we should go conquer some stuff? They're like, no, the conspiracies. And then they get a visit from their ninja friend, and they're like, no, but there's conspiracies from church stuff, almost like that seems to happen in every story ever. Which also somehow translates to, like, kidnapping mermaids or whatever, so just go with it. So then she's all mysterious. And we're almost to Eurodola, and that's where we're going to meet up with Richter and kind of decide for A or B route. So, personally, I was leaning towards B, because I like the endings there, but, let me know. Like, I know the A+ one is canon, but we've already... I mean, you need less than 10, and you need less than 25 hours, I think. And you basically need to do all that stuff perfect up till then, and bring Eleanor along, which I'll be frank... well, A, Eleanor can't be used in this run, and B... I'm pretty sure we're going to have more than 10 casualties by the end. We're just kind of recruiting every single one of these flying bastards that we can right now, just to keep the ranks from dwindling out. So, there's that. You know, actually, wait a minute. While we're here, before ending the part... you don't have fist fight yet, right? Yeah, no. It's time for initiation. Alright. I don't want to risk an extra fight right now, so I'm gonna have an initiation on the spot here. Yep, and there we go. Actually, I can't use dummy anymore. Crap. Alright. Okay. Trolls, come on, work with me. There we go. Go. Is it gonna stay on auto? No, it won't. Why this resets every time? God only knows. Emulation setup. Unlimited 100% megahertz disaster. Basically 7 times emulation. Nice coffee to go with a random friggin' initiation here. It's a nice relaxing time. Time to enjoy punching, and a time to enjoy rivers. And apparently a time to enjoy fisting in the rear end, but such is life. These are always hilarious. Just jump right over each other and punch each other in the butt. Get to have that weird riverside orgy after all, huh? This takes a while. But it's fine. This will continue on for several minutes, until eventually, one of these will fall into the river, get washed away, while the other one stands victorious with their shiny new badge. Basically the Boy Scouts, just with, you know, more punching to death and chucking in a river, but that's just kind of how it goes. You know, you have empires invade islands. They've got weird flying native populations. This is what happens. This is why you don't let these things happen. Everyone knew they should have been afraid. They were very right. And if there's any theories on why the crap Carmen isn't allowed to get her fistfight emblem, I'd love to hear it. I know that there's supposed to be a level difference thing. I've tried it with the exact same level. I've tried it with, like, her and one other one. I've tried... Like, her and Dummy have the same level. They have the exact same level because I ran them about 3 times against each other. Basically gave Carmen a little bit of extra oomph, and that was it, you know. She had slightly more health, so she ended up winning it out. And that was it. Didn't work. For some reason, could not get that emblem. I mean, quite frankly, can't think of even the slightest reason why, because I remember running into this back in the day too and not being able to figure out what the bug was all about. I'm sure there's some restriction somewhere, but oh well. At least, for the most part, they're pretty loose about their restrictions on who can get what. If only there was a way to make this go even faster. And take a look at the lists here real quick. Alright. So far, Jalissa and Tia... Oh, we're down to the last 10 rounds here. See who does it. I say 10 rounds because they do 1 to 5. And, you know, sometimes somebody will do a lot of those in a row. Just average it out to about 3 per punch. Like you saw earlier, there was one time where one of them got multiple 5s in a row. Actually, what's funny is that their relative defense is so low that I think Ivana ended up getting the fistfight emblem too, because I just kind of had her around as a punching dummy for one of the fights. Just because she's sticking around to have her plot moment later. And, yeah. I just noticed that she was punching out 70s at some point, so she might just be doing that base damage. But I think she actually got her fistfight emblem in one of these random skirmishes that I was running and walking away. Alright. Who won it? Looks like Tia. Alright, so I'll run Jalissa versus Margaret, or whatever her face was. At some point. Carmen. There we go. So I'll run it against her at some point. And, yeah, that'll be that for now. See you next time.